What's up, everybody? It's your boy Crypto Legend bringing you guys another YouTube video on Bonk. We're about to talk about some of the or not even some of the things. We're going to talk about the status of Bonk and where it's at currently in the market. Right now, a couple cryptocurrencies are up, including Bitcoin. They're at $72,000, and this is 11 days from Bitcoin halving period on the same day as a couple events, but we're not going to talk about those events. We're going to strictly talk about Bonk because I have not made some videos on Bonk. I apologize for that, but hey, I'm back. All right. I was just, if you're wondering where I was at, I was missing y'all. All right. Bonk is up 2% for the last day, or for the last 24 hours. For the last 7 days, they are down 5%. And for the last month, they are down 21%. This is not a bad thing. This is honestly a good thing. This is them reconsolidating after they went on a big run right before this kind of run, right before this reconsolidation period, where they got up to a price of 40628 after dropping down to a price of almost, I don't even think it was almost, I think it was 402 even, and I think it was 4018 at one point, but CoinMarketCap doesn't have that marking, or it has that recording, but I do. I believe I have that recording somewhere, but nevertheless, that wasn't the only run that Bonk received or witnessed, not in this year alone. In March of 2024, Bonk got to a price of 4030. So, we're not actually seeing anything bad right now. We're just seeing some reconsolidation going on in the preparation for Bitcoin halving period, an event that will bring a lot of crypto investors a lot of money. At least that's the tradition that it's continued to have for more than a decade. So let's see this continued on into the next decade for sure. But all that being stated, we're going to look at the trading volume for the last 24 hours of the biggest trading pair for Bonk. And when we look at that trading volume, it's pretty good for the last, it's actually really good for the last 15 minutes. But for the last day, we can see that it should be up because the volume and the inflow is positive. There's a larger number of big buys than there are big sales, and there's a larger amount of medium order buys than there are medium order sales. So we are seeing positive inflows in those spaces. And when it comes to the inflow of small buys to small sales, the small sales do outnumber the small buys, but they don't even compare to the number of large, medium buys that we have received. The medium buys make up nearly 26% of the buys that have transpired. No, of the trading volume. My apologies. Of the trading volume that we have witnessed in the last 24 hours, with the large buys in being 16% of the trading volume we received for the last 24 hours, and the small buys being 9.5% of the trading volume for the last 24 hours. What does that all say? There's two different things when it comes to trading volume. There is the quantity and there's the quality of trades, right? The more buys that there are, theoretically, yes, the price would go up even more. But it also matters the quality of the buys. If there was a 100 $1 buys, but there was one $100 sale, the price would more than theoretically speaking, the price would stay the same, right? I think that's what I would believe, or that's the safe bet I would go with because that's what I've witnessed in my time of following crypto. With that being stated, that's why we look at not just, or really, we focus on the quality of these trades and not just the quantity. Because if we went off of quantity, it could definitely be the case, honestly speaking, that there's a lot more sales than there are buys. Why? Because there's so many small order sales. So that means all those tokens are being broken down into a bunch of cells, therefore, or a lot more quantity of cells. Therefore, it could paint a picture if you look at the wrong statistic that, oh, Bonk is losing a bunch of, it's like losing sentiment. But in all actuality, they are witnessing a green inflow. They are witnessing a positive inflow and have been not just today, but for a good amount of the days of of March and April as well. Matter of fact, looking back at some things that we have witnessed with Bonk, we see now that the holders count is now 693,000. And earlier in, or not even earlier, because now I'm in April. The last time I ever made a video, Bonk was around 670,000 holders. And back in the beginning of, oops, sorry about that, y'all. Back at the beginning of this year, we saw Bonk around 500,000 to not even 600,000 holders yet. So there's still being a positive increase in holders, and a lot of meme coins are still receiving a positive influx of holders. So this is leading me to believe that I personally believe that Bonk has some nice things in store. There can be a nice run to continue on this forward momentum that crypto has had and crypto is on for the last year and going into the Bitcoin halving period, as well as okay. So I end that point, right? End that point with you, the listener who's still watching this video. The last thing I want to state and want to point out is that Solana's trading pools and decentralized are positive, right? They're up 6.27% to now $972 million being distributed, not even being distributed, that has been traded on the Solana chain in decentralized exchanges. To figure out who is responsible for that big trading volume, it is not actually Bonk. Bonk is not even in the top 30, not even in the top 40, not even in the top 50. It's a couple other cryptocurrencies, and I think that's actually inaccurate because I promise you, I can find a pair that Bonk has that's more than, let's just scroll down a little bit, that's more than $2 million, but we're about to prove myself wrong or accurate in the next couple seconds. But for the meantime, I want to talk about this. Solana, the top trading pairs on Solana is Solana to USDC, Solana to or USDT to Solana, and a couple other platforms as well that also have that Solana to USDC pair. So right now, a lot of people are buying and or selling their Solana for USDC, and I'm not upset at that at all. It just means that people are looking to buy and people are looking to sell as well. But I think it's a larger number of people looking to buy because this is where we get into those numbers. Over on this trading pair for Bonk, and it has 860 million, I mean $860,000. So I was wrong. I was wrong. But the price of Bonk is up 3%. When we look at the total number of buys to sales, the part that I'm highlighting, we see that there's way more buys than there are sales. 607 to 436 is the ratio, and that's really good. That's really good. Um, and now we can see a scenario and an example where the quality or the quantity of buys, at least on this trading pair, because this trading pair before with Binance is speaking purely and solely to the Bonk and USDT trading pair. So that and those are two different USDT and Sol or Solana are two different tokens. On the Bonk to Solana pair, we're seeing that people are trading their Solana more so for Bonk than they are trading their Bonk for Solana. That's basically what this is indicating, and that's I'm happy about that. We have seen multiple indicators that basically prove that Bonk is in a positive state right now, while it is reconsolidating. We've seen the indicators through the holder count. We've seen the indicators through the buyer and seller selling count, and we've seen a difference, or we've seen an example of that through the trading flow of the biggest Bonk trading pair that they have to offer. And this is $33 million worth, by the way, guys. Those people that are making the $33 million transactions, come over to the YouTube channel, come over to Scripted Legend. Please leave a like, subscribe, and definitely leave a dono down below. All right. Yeah, hey, if you got something to spare, spare it. Even if it's $1, I'll take it. I'll take $1. But with all that being said, I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe and see you at the next one. Hopefully, this is the first of many. Peace.